Okay, good morning guys, morning. I hope we're all doing good. I'm very upset with my eloquence in multiple times throughout this series, but particularly at the end of the last episode. So right now, I'm really happy with Argos. First of all, I said I don't think we were nearly at the end of the mission. I think we are, actually. All we need to do is put some fleece peddlers down in the Agoras, and we're done, because we're going to have a yearly profit of 500, because fleece is selling like hotcakes, and we're about to sell so much fleece, it's unreal. We're going to be done in moments here. I don't know why I thought it was going to take ages. So that's one thing. But the other thing I really want to express, because I'm so happy with these carding sheds, okay, is the wheelbarrow men. So what was I talking about when I meant bandwidth and slowness, okay? What I'm trying to say is that each one of these sheds has a dedicated wheelbarrow man. So when we're looking at this, we've got like 15 sheds here or whatever this is, even more than that. That means there's 20 wheelbarrow men that can all move at once, right? So like all of these guys are all operating and doing stuff. They're all on the road at once. Look at this. That's what I meant by the fleet. So when I talked about a bottleneck, if we put a storehouse here, what are this massive capacity for wheelbarrow men, all 20 of them, what are they going to do? Well, they're just going to instantly go to this storehouse and fill it up and go back home. And then when it comes to shifting all the fleece from the storehouse into the deeper city, we just have one guy to do that. One poor dude sweating his ass off, running all of this back and forth, when instead we could have had 20 or more. So we're not really taking advantage of all of that width or that bandwidth, all that number of wheelbarrow men, because we're only asking them to go like on site with the siloed storage on site. So I think I've realized this is bad. I don't want to do this. What I want is the whole fleet moving throughout the city. And when I say it's slow, so by doing that, we can't do this thing where we leapfrog lots and lots of storage stations. We can't do that, you know, and so people are bouncing. I think that would be faster to move goods. But you can only go one wheelbarrow man at a time if you do that, I think. I don't know how many wheelbarrow men actually come out of a storehouse. Maybe it's more than one. But anyway, it'd be much slower than having 20 moving at once, right? Like, look at all of this fleece. This is just crazy. So that's what I was trying to express. That's what I was going on when I was talking about bandwidth and all that crap. Let's empty that of fleece, because this is ugly. What I want to do is delete that, and then put one there, space for a bridge, a road, and do that there. Okay. So we got some fleece storage here. We're just going to have loads and loads and loads of fleece storage. It says employees needed. Okay, so we'll be careful here. Now, our housing blocks, let's have a quick look at these. They all seem reasonably well evolved. This is a very ugly housing block here, because we have houses on the outside, and then we can't. I'm very curious how a house here would do, so let's just see. I think it wouldn't get anything. In fact, I know it wouldn't get anything, so never mind, let's not put that there. I'd say ugly, I don't know, it's kind of interesting having an agora on the inside, isn't it? And we can put some parks. Let's do double parks. For some reason, I've been resisting that for a while. Now, that looks pretty, doesn't it? I like that a lot. Okay, another thing I was thinking is in administration, we can't tax people, right? So, if I lower the country's tax rate, does that I don't tax them at all. Does that increase my popularity, maybe? That's technically a bit cheesy, but we'll try that, because why not? And then the other thing is wages. So while money's a bit tight at the moment, let's pay people less. The wage rate is low. So less people will work here now. I think that increases your unemployment or something, I don't know. But with a lower wage rate, we can pinch the pennies a little bit and stave off death and destruction and, you know, abject failure. Look at all these guys with their crooks. So there is something else fancy you can do with roads, but I think I will save that for another adventure. Basically, the cheesier or the gamier or the more like game mechanic specific things get, the more I'm gonna hold off. So let's take a look at this theatre here. This theatre has employees but needs actors to perform the shows. So it's not showing any plays. So because they're not showing any plays, none of these shacks are getting culture. Now, it's not performing any shows because nobody from the school is going to visit it. So if you want high-class actors in this city, the drama school is going to need more employees. It's still turning out actors, but at a slower rate. So we could wait and see what happens. Why are these water guys going here? Oh. Ooh, there was something very sneaky there. Why did the water guys go past that roadblock? I wonder. Hold that in mind, maybe, for, like, way down the line. Debt anniversary. Noble Potatoes. Another year has passed, and you're still in debt. Your workers are clamoring for their wages, and if you don't get out of debt soon, you could find yourself very unpopular indeed. I'm selling what I can. What do you want from me? I'm not buying anything anymore. We are just selling. So hopefully that will solve our issues. It's just going to take some time, okay? And I promise the city will be up and running. I've just gone too big too quick. We need to be very granular, okay? I think it needs to be like a housing block, water and food. Screw everything else. Just get it water and food, okay? And then the fleece. Just a little bit of fleece. And then start selling it, and so on and so on and so on. What I've done is I've created 3 housing blocks, like, real quick, and just done some very weird things like that. So yeah, I don't know. With the lower wage rate, hopefully we'll be all right. I mean, I'm just waiting for the trader to come and sell that stuff, and that'll be very, very nice. We can also start distributing fleece. I think that's fine. We definitely have enough. City needs more workers, I know. But by just putting these buildings down on these agoras, it's gonna explode our population. Now, how long do I want to wait to see if that theatre ends up getting someone? Let's see this person here. See, this person, are you just looping, or are you headed to the theatre? No, you're not headed to the theatre. So there might be like a distance limit on it, you know? And in the event that there is a distance limit, what that will mean is we do need a couple more drama schools. We can't have, like... Because you know what I was talking about, like, centralized storage? We could have centralized drama school and, like, college, university in the very center of the city, and a bunch of podiums out in the branches of the city, and that might in some way work quite well. But yeah, okay, so she's going... She's got a lot of food there, which is very good. I think there should be a fleece guy headed out as well at this point already. Let's do this agora as well. Let's upgrade these 2. It's in the middle. I really like the effect of that park there. Let's upgrade these 2 housing blocks. And just watch what happens. Here you go. Here's a trader. So this is usually quite fun to watch, alright?
Oh, our journey was long and arduous. What do you have for me?
Oh, that's interesting. You can right-click him. He has voice acting, but it doesn't actually print it as text. So he's buying fleece. Now, we're going to see money comes in now. I think this whole bay is going to get emptied of fleece. And as it does so, you should see our money rocket up. Remember in the previous playthrough, we suddenly were sitting on tens of thousands of drachma. It was like, where did they come from? Here, look at our money here. It's ticking down, obviously, or up as we go through the negatives. All right, that wasn't that good. Oh, but there's another guy coming straight away. Like, how many of them are coming? Are there loads? Just 2 traders? So then, here we go. We're down to 1,000. 700, 600. Good, good, good. And they've emptied it out a bit. But we do want more. And I don't see anyone else visiting the city yet. So another year. I think we're going to pass it. We're going to have another debt anniversary. I don't know how many of those we can go through before we game over. And by the way, yes, it is possible to game over on this. Being out of money is one of the ways. The other is conquest and invasion and so on. The thing that sucks here is I really want our money because I want to beautify the interior of this housing block. So you'll notice this theatre doesn't have anyone either. Slightly fewer people working there. But... So yeah, let's speed it up. Because there's nothing for me to do right now. Here we go. So these guys have got fleece. So they're beginning to move in. The appeal of this neighborhood is a little bit low, so that's why they're not evolving. So let's give them parks. This is a really classic setup that you're looking at here. Parks and then columns, and I'll do those as well, because why not? And we'll do the Doric columns. Like, imagine this, but also imagine that the pathway itself was an avenue. Or a boulevard, whichever one it was. You can beautify a lot of stuff very, very quickly there. There you go. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Very pretty. I said it was ugly a second ago, but I don't believe so anymore, actually. So they've all evolved, so we're getting a bunch more employees. So without a doubt, these guys now, they're going to have enough. Unless I disincentivized culture at some point. But no, everything's operating normally. So we should be fine there. Look, as soon as this empties, these guys fill up. This is the way to do it, for sure. Thing is, our fisheries are going to start shutting down soon because, well, no, they're not, because we're getting more mouths to feed very quickly as well. Alright, minus 1,000. See, just beautifying that costs us so much money. It put us through another cycle in debt. That's crazy. Now, this guy, it says the fleece is too distant. Really? I mean, it's pretty close. Okay, so we'll clear this storehouse. In fact, since they're not in use, we'll clear all of those storehouses. We'll keep that spare one there. But we'll put this storehouse here. And we'll tell the worker here to get fleece. Now, let's watch really closely. How many wheelbarrows come out of this? One. One guy. Where is he going to get that fleece? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong person, actually. Yeah, is this the... Oh, no, two guys? I think I just saw two spawn. They should be nabbing it from, like... Oh, Christ, I don't know. It's interesting how this works. What happens exactly when... This is crazy. The city is just people with carts of fleece. We need you to buy more fleece. Why did I... Such a huge fleece industry. Oh, my word. Okay, look, that's closer. Are you happy now? Yes, you are. She's off. Look.
We need fleece. Time to buy some more.
Time to buy some more. Sorry, I assumed your gender as well. I believe that this was a girl because he's got the big white thing on the back, like the shawl. What is that? A shawl? So there you go. So, and you should have plenty. You should be able to get a full batch for all of the houses.
Did you see that wrestling match last night? Milo, like, totally smacked down his opponent. Nike must have been on his side.
This guy's mic quality is bad, but it sounds a lot like mine. Like, it's a bit distorted when he says Milo. I'm forever frustrated with the sound of my goddamn microphone when I'm editing these episodes. I'm like, oh, maybe I can change the EQ somehow. I'm sure I've got something broken or just messed up. Whatever. Alright, so, yeah, there'll be fleece there, and then people will come to live there, so that's good. Now, these are homesteads, and if you guys remember, homesteads is what we needed to finish the quest. So we need a profit now of 500, and we will get it. We just need time to go forward. So let's watch this in super speed. And I will beautify this one too. Here we go. Another year has passed. Your workers are clamoring for the wages. You don't get out of debt. You could find yourself unpopular indeed. Well, I do indeed. So why aren't they evolving? Oh, because they need culture. Of course, I'm giving them fleece and they don't even need fleece. Popularity is beginning to sink. Wait, why is my debt still going down? I'm going to lower the wage rate even more. I'm sorry, everyone, but I just can't afford to pay you yet. Very low. I just can't afford to pay you. Popularity has waned. Well, this is good, though, because we spent the entire last campaign getting told that we're the cat's meow, you know. It's probably a good thing that these don't evolve right now, actually, then, because we don't want too many people and too few jobs. There's no unrest. Yeah, we haven't learned about dealing with unrest. Opinion of you has plummeted. Lack of housing hinders immigration. I know! Oh, no. Oh, come on. I thought we were just an instant away from this being done. Just the fleece keeps going. Maybe I should shut down the fleece industry. I mean, it's just going to be a billion people waiting with carts in a second. Popularity has dwindled to low levels. What do you want from me? He needs to buy more. Buy more. There you go. He bought quite a lot there. And then he's going to buy even more here. No, why didn't you buy more? Alright, we're just going to super speed this and see what happens. Because it might be that I have to rebuild this. Money woes cause discontent. Money woes prevent immigration. That's fine. Alright, we're all blocked up. Debt anniversary again. Ah, that's it. That's game over. Well, there's no sound effect and there's no dialogue or anything. Well, there you go. That's a game over. Goodbye, Potatoes. You've been ousted by angry citizens and forcibly removed because you couldn't put your city out of debt. Oh my god. Wow. I put it to normal mode instead of easy mode and failed at the start of the... This is good though, because it's good we see a game over. Alright, let's retry this. Okay. And you're going to watch me, like, try-harding here. Ready? Here we go. We're going to do the same basic structure, but not be ridiculous. Alright, so, number 1, we'll create a bridge. Number 2, we do a basic housing block. But the way we're going to do the housing block is we are going to say, we're going to put some houses down. Oh, I don't want it to go too fast. Sorry, slow down. So, like, let's do... So, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses there. And if this works well, we'll try to remember this. That didn't work. Hold on. Whoopsie. And we'll put... Oh, come on! The undo, the delay on the undo is very frustrating. Oh, and I fucked that up as well. Oh my god. Alright, it's over here then. Okay, good. Now we can build this road like so. So they're surrounded by road. And they're going to have park. And they're going to have a column. A Doric column. Like so. Now, all they need at first is a fountain, a maintenance officer, and an infirmary. Those are the big 3. That's all we need to start off with. And just to have enough of a population here at the start. Now, some of these may end up getting deleted. But we're going to put these houses like so. Now, none of them are going to evolve very much because they need food. So let's bring a path down here with a roadblock. And we're going to do fisheries. But we're not going to be too weird here. So we're going to say fish, 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 fish. That's fine. And there we go. I just had a weird moment where I was like, oh, what if I'm still really unpopular and people won't come to my city because of the last playthrough? But it's fine. So, oh, I wanted to do a really cool thing with the maintenance posts as well. All right, so there you go. Trozian has been discovered. So that's good. Now, the traders are going to leave over here. I think we get selling straight away if we can help it. Oh, but they're not importing yet, I guess, or they're not friends just yet. So that's fine. But we can do... Well, let's do fleece later. We still got 7,000 drachma, and Trozian's going to be nice to us and give us a little bit of money at the start as well, if you guys remember. Oh, here I've made a slight mistake, because obviously we need an agora. So let's put that agora... Whoa! Oh, you'll actually overwrite houses, will you? I don't need to delete. You'll just do it. So let's do that. And let's put a food vendor down. Okay. So that's a nice basic housing block. It currently will not accept any culture, but we can just turf people out for that culture. That's not a problem. And we can expand up here. And we can have another housing block. Which I guess I will edit. And you'll see what I built in 1 second. Okay, this is a pretty cool setup here. Check it out. I got my infirmary, the water fountain, and the maintenance guy, like, all next to each other. Because, like, this guy's 3x3. These are both 2x2. Oh, sorry, he's 4x4, and these guys are 2x2. So I can, like, slot them in together, see? So that is pretty cool, because what it means is I can do houses and then, like, say, parks in the middle. Like that. And we can put another house here. And that's quite fun, I think. Of course, they'll want an agora as well. Maybe it can go there nicely in the middle or something. And they'll want a food vendor. And then as far as granaries are concerned, we're going to need one, obviously. But I want it nice and close to the citizenry. City doesn't have enough food, I know, but they're about to get employees. So this first load of fish are going to be coming in, like, straight away. There we go. That maintenance officer, we'll see if he can get there. It feels really weird to be back to where we were a second ago. But this is fine. So as long as he can make it there, I'm very happy. Obviously, granaries are important. We don't want them to be breaking. The other thing we can do as well in the meantime... Oh, don't miss it. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, so then also, like, I think a fairly good idea. So Doric columns are going to be for houses. Ionic is going to be for blocking off, like, storage and stuff. So we'll put another granary down one day. We don't need it yet. It would be irrelevant. So these guys are now going to evolve. They might not evolve that far. These guys will probably have low appeal eventually. But whatever. Look at that. That's really good. That's very dense. There's going to be a lot of people living there. Actually, with that last row, let's make sure that there's a road that comes off. So that we can connect it to other things later. Okay, so all these people are going to move in now. So that's going to be enough employment now to do this. Now, I think we went bust from making too many sheep before. I'm not even joking. I think we did. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Well, that's fine. We can have little gaps. I was actually thinking doing little gaps in the carding sheds might be fun. So we'll do something like this. With a road in between. And a nice happy little maintenance shed there. So there you go. He's buying fleece. So then we're going to go straight down here. Trading post. Whoops. And I will sell as much fleece as I can. We're not going to give fleece to the people for ages. We already saw on that previous playthrough that it didn't matter. By the way, here you will notice that there's no roads connecting to the rest of the city here, but the roads still function. There's a trick related to that, which we can utilize to our benefit later. For now, that doesn't really matter. So these guys are going to come straight on down. There we go, like that. They're going to have the choice to go down there to get straight to the trading... Well, you know, if we want a direct road to the trading post, let's make them a direct road. Does that count as a direct... That doesn't count. What? How do I do the most direct road there? Do I have to do it in micro? Do I have to do it like this? There we go, like that. And then, do you know what? Screw it. Let's clear that and build it up there. Sell. And then, you can just have a maintenance officer dedicated to it. Excellent. Just look at how quick that was. So our city has 200 people. Our unemployed is 95, so that's good. Oh, the problem here is I forgot to put some sheep down. They want sheep. Oh, there was an interesting little thing I noticed editing the last part. Did you guys see? We had our industry shut down, but nonetheless, when I put sheep down, the sheep was still allowed. You didn't need to assign employees for the sheep's wool to grow. Add shepherds to increase the flock, so we're done. So what happened was when I turned the industry on, all of these sheep immediately had all of their wool, so we got massive shipments straight away. So what's interesting is right now I could I could shut this industry down. Like, I'm sure that that's a trick that works. Like, we could say, I mean, let's do it. Let's have fun. Industry. But if we turn fleece off, right, nobody works in fleece right now. But the sheep are allowed to exist because the houses exist. The shepherds exist. We've been allowed them. So they're going to grow wool now on their own at no expense to us. Then we'll turn the industry on in a minute and everything will go moving beautifully. And we can start making sales. So we're down to 4,000 drachma here. Now, she's buying food. We're going to want more fisheries. I know it seemed like a bit like we couldn't pay people and all of that before. But I'm so confident that we need to spam fisheries. I can't believe how many there were that we missed before. Like, in terms of trying to get along the coast. So all those people that could have been working in fleece right now, I'm going to put them on food. So that was one. See, that's a wild fishery there. I don't think I got that last time we played. Actually, is the coast slightly different? No, surely not. Okay, so they're going to get some road. They're getting road. I don't know whether this is the right way to do this as well, by the way. Like, I'm tempted to have, like, one mega road and then, like, lots of lines coming out to get to the fisheries. But the maintenance officer is going to work very weirdly like that, so I don't think I want to. And here, I'm going to creep along the coast just because I might like later to put a housing district on the inside or something. I want as much space as possible. Don't forget, we've got to find space for elite housing and stuff. I've got some stories for you guys on those as well. Okay, now, so he kind of needs to be here because he's got to reach that granary. And what other one? I wonder how far up he gets up the road here. I'm going to say we put another maintenance post. How far do we think it... Well, let's watch him. Let's see where he can go. While everybody works it. Oh, okay, so up he goes. And I think it probably depends on the buildings. Like, granaries deteriorate faster, for example. But I think he's allowed to go fully off in one direction and then back and fully off in the other direction. And he will keep everything maintained in those two directions, you know. When we're not dealing with squares and lots of branches, I think it's fine. So we just got to see how far he'll get. He's going to pretty goddamn far, isn't he? So we're going to not need another maintenance post. So there, for example. So we'll probably have our next maintenance post like here or something. And yeah, I'm going really hard on the fishing. Unapologetically so. Did we get all the way around up here, around the bend before? So let's do this bit here as well with the fishing. There you go. Fisher's Bend, we'll call this. And he should be able to get up to Fisher's Bend, and he should be able to get back down to the other thing. So, 2 maintenance teams for all of that. Pretty good. Oh, do you know what? Because I like doing it on the other angle so much, we'll expand it that one last bit there. And also, we don't even need to clear those trees. Beautiful. Alright, how's money? We have 3,000. We've got a huge amount of fishers. And again, I don't want to do like a granary or anything. They're just going to come all the way over. They're going to put it in this granary here. I really don't care. Now, let's see. So, if we go back to the industry tab, there's 131 unemployed people right now. So, we'll put another granary on. We got a bit of excess money. Says she's buying. It's just going to take a while, guys, for us to ramp up here. It's just going to take a little while. But that's fine. We can... so we got our first monument as well. I just say that out loud. So we do that. I mean, there's pillars there already, but I don't know. Put that there. Oh, we've lost our really nice housing block. Oh, man. Let's do double there, so there's a nice park. That's kind of a cool park, this one here. It's kind of very rare to see. It nearly always evolves into something bigger. Okay. And then over here. This looks odd, but I'm going to use it as a road out. So it's not actually odd. Doric columns down the back. Doric columns. Just trying to watch my money as I do this to see how expensive the columns are to erect, and they seem pretty pricey. That to me seems like that's just begging to be a full park. Okay, now let's look. Our unemployment is 123, 25% people unemployed, so we can go with some more carting sheds. We're getting quite low on money. So let's lower the... When I say lower the wage rate, that wasn't doing the wrong thing, was it? I didn't get game over because I lowered it. That's tax rate. We can't tax people anyway. Protected payroll this year, 769, 745, 709. Don't even pay them wages with that. That's a bit nuts. I'll give you wages. I need you guys to work hard for me. Okay, alright, but the industry is shut down, so let's turn the industry back on now that they've got wool. Obviously, we want to do that as soon as possible, otherwise the whole thing was pointless, essentially. Employees needed. Population is not shrinking. Stored food for 1 month. That's it. But we can support 2,392 people. We can support plenty. We only have 1,000 people living here. Right, so let's get that fleece going. I will spend us right down to 0. I will do that. I don't see... I'm not going to, like, keep a buffer of however much. So, 1... Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3. And let's spend sheep down. I mean, look at this. Every sheep is what? It's only 7 per, but look how quick it drops. Okay, so sales will be coming in now. Food is fine. We have 3 housing blocks, 2 housing blocks? How many do I do? Yeah, we have 3 housing blocks. And these might not evolve perfectly later, but that's fine. I think having kind of a quick city like this to get us started, and then, but is very compact, and then more fancy things in all this free space later is perfectly adequate. So there you go. Fish is coming. Oh, yeah. I'm just really surprised at all this coast, and it's all completely unfishable. But that will be a... I can promise you that's going to be a walkway later. I assume that we will develop the technology for walkways soon. Okay. I thought this episode was going to be long, because I thought, oh, you know, we're going to have to finish the previous mission and the next to catch up. But now I'm thinking it's going to be, like, mega long, because we've rebuilt the city. But yeah, these granaries are doing very good. And I think this lady here, this is the last week shipment of food that's coming in. There'll be good shipments our way. Look, everybody's evolved to shacks nearly, anyway, for now. So that's good. And then what you can do with the monuments as well is you can put them like I think good spots for them is usually corners like this. So I'll show you that. It's going to break the symmetry of our columns and stuff. But you do that, for example. And, this might look cool as well. What if we put parks all around it? And then columns. I don't think in terms of mechanics that does much. But we could do that. Actually, that looks sort of ugly now, doesn't it? Whatever. Yeah, you could do that, basically. Put them in the corners. I don't like to do too many parks. I think it starts to look a bit weird. That's a perfect spot for a fish pond if we ever unlock that. I'm sure we will eventually. Actually, no, it is just 2 housing blocks. It is just 2. So we could do a third mini one down here. What do you guys think? I like the idea of these ones right near the edge of the city. Like, it's letting me build the path. Question is, will the Agora be able to make it to the granary? I mean, it's only there. Okay, well, if this will be amazing. Will it let me put the Agora down there? It will. Oh, okay, and then do the food vendor right down there. There we go. Selling food, not even technically in Argos anymore. Beautiful. So we can do that. And then the infirmary. So here, see, this is slightly poor now, the pathing, because I have an uneven number of spaces. Thankfully, though, the game has already shown me that it will let me put path there. So let's do that. And then we can do our cool thing. So infirmary, fountain, watch post. See? Probably want the monuments next to the infirmaries, because they're going to be the places that struggle with appeal more than anything else. Your city needs more workers, hygiene is perfect, money is low. Did I... No, that is good. And then space for culture and stuff. Oh, it feels like just a second ago I was putting that theatre down there. Alright, let's speed this up and see how it looks. We are selling. Chosian gave us some money because we just went into debt. Thank you. And I need you to keep buying stuff. The thing is the city too big? Is that the thing? Have I just done essentially the exact same thing again now? Is this too big of a city? Because we can only earn so much money. Haven't I just copied what we did a second ago? And it's too big. There's not enough. This should be the mission over now. I'm not doing anything else. We're not going to have culture? No, this isn't the same as the other city. The other city had culture and it had loads of storerooms. It had way more employees. Here we have fishing and we have carding. That's it. Chosian buys more fleece. Keep buying it. Yearly profit goal achieved, it says. That's an interesting bit of UI. We don't often see that. So there you go. So 500 people in homesteads. There we go. So the mission is done. All we have to do is upgrade to homesteads by adding fleece vendors. So 1, 2, 3. I like this. This is actually a lot better. This is the thing with this game as well, right? Like, you'll do the mission and you'll go back next time and you'll be like, oh, I can do this much, much, much better now. Like, I don't really want to say this to put it in people's heads that I should do it one day or whatever, but I kind of like the idea of going back to the Thebes mission now. Or maybe by the end of all of this, when we're amazing and we're really good and we've learned lots of lessons. There you go, we're actually solving now, we're earning money. Go back to the Thebes one, but on the hardest difficulty, Titan I think it is. I think Olympian and then Titan is the hardest one. And doing that, and it will probably feel completely different, because there's a whole other world of things we'll have to be dealing with. But yeah, okay, so fast forward. Price increase for fleece. Love to hear it. Oh, okay, hold on. My vendors can't get it, the fleece. Obviously they can't. So we want to find a place that is common to all the Agoras, that they can get this stuff. So this is like a food distribution area. Do you think to the south they get food? To the north they can get fleece? What do you guys think? Will that work? Let's just put one. Let's do 2. And let's tell them to get fleece. And let's tell them to get fleece. And they need a maintenance man. And so there you go. So the fleece gets put down. They grab the fleece. The market guy starts spinning around. Oh, they need culture. That's what they needed. They didn't need fleece yet. They needed culture. Oh, I think they needed both, actually. Alright, so Oh, I didn't mean to undo. Is that going to get rid of that guy? Or is that going to stop one of these things from getting fleece? I don't know. Culture. I really don't like this thing with the early culture that they only had drama schools and theatres. Like, what I want is a drama school in a remote corner of the city. And then I want theatres in all these other spots. So what do we delete for our theatre? Okay, I'll give you guys a cool thing here. What you can do to... So we've given up 2 houses there, essentially. Really, I think we've only given up 1. And the theatre is huge, so you can put it like this. Like, right in the corner. I mean, the maths hasn't quite worked out with this style of block. We're actually going to have to delete this whole idea of this road. But by doing that, you don't really have to give so much up, if that makes sense. Oh, no, we can do it. Here, look, look, look. We say theatre on that, so it only just clips the road, right? Still space for a house. And I think we can even do this. And 1 roadblock there. Now, I believe they will enter and exit here, because it starts at the north, it goes all the way around. They try and exit here. Oh, no. So they're going to go on that road up there, aren't they? So that's not going to work. Or whatever. You get the idea. So they've got culture. And look, there's culture all along where they left the drama school. All these people have evolved on the way up. And so these are homesteads. And that will have to be like parks.
Argos is on its way to becoming a great city, and even the residents of Mount Olympus have begun to take notice.
Okay, great, thank you. So, here we go. This is like the start of the episode now. City Edition 2. Look at that. We've produced 77. We only needed 20. Look how much bigger I've gone than I needed to. 500 people in a homestead, already 700 qualify, and, you know...
Argos is beginning to thrive, and you are learning more about the bounties that the land offers. The time has come to build a palace that will serve as the staff around which the scattered people of Greece will gather. It is also time to begin collecting taxes from your people to help pay for the services that your city provides.
Nice.
Up on Mount Olympus, the tribunal of the river gods has just come to order.
We have come to a decision in this dispute.
The head of the tribunal announced.
And though both parties presented convincing cases, we have no choice but to award Argos to Hera, wife of Zeus. Sorry, Poseidon.
As Hera jumped up and down in glee, Poseidon's brow furrowed and his face became stormy. Under his breath, he vowed that if he couldn't have Argos, no one could. You might have to turn to Hera's husband for protection from the ruler of the sea.
Uh-oh. Okay, there's a lot happening here. Alright, first of all, yeah, palace and tax, thank you. That's going to be useful, because money is a mechanic now, it seems. Second. So, Hera likes us. We are betrothed to Hera, I guess. But we are ultimately a fishing town. And Poseidon is pissed about that. So we're going to see Poseidon attacking, some Poseidon monsters probably. Who is Hera's... Oh no, when it says we should turn to Hera's husband for protection from the ruler of the sea, that means Zeus himself, right? Interesting. So Zeus is going to help us here. Now for the objectives, pretty simple. 640 in tenement or better. Get some marble and get some olive oil for a colony, you'll see. So we have ambitions for a colony one day. So probably a bunch of new stuff is unlocked now. Let's plop the palace down straight away. I don't know where. We'll find a nice place for the palace later. Because the palace, despite looking big and all that, is actually quite, you know, maneuverable. You can shift it wherever you like. So, let's turf that man out. Thrown out of my home.
Thrown out of my home. What did I do to deserve this?
Oh, I didn't talk about the barrel thing. Okay, so We don't need to throw anyone out there. We have space. And then we'll see here. Who is least evolved? This guy? So, let's get rid of that. So these are homesteads. Tenements are where we get the red roof, the first red roof, and we can deal with that soon. It just needs a little bit more culture, so I assume there is new culture. Aha, see colleges and podiums. So they still are looking for culture, so we could put another theatre up here, I suppose. These two houses look very cozy with their little parks and stuff. But for now, let's do the same technique as well, whereby we throw up a college in the corner. Let's put it right. So there's a college here now, and a drama school, and each block is going to get a podium, I think. Well, or we could just put one podium. So there could be a podium here, next to the agora. And as far as I can tell, a guy's going to come out and walk all the way through, enriching people as he goes, and then he's going to spread. So you could do a really interesting technique, right? Which is housing block here, and then a long road housing block, like that's designed to just be a long road, and then another housing block here. And this half has colleges and drama schools, and this half has theatres and podiums, and the people that cross just fuel a third block, you know, so you could have like a triumvirate style block. That's cool as all hell, and if I'd thought of that before starting this, I would have done it already, but maybe one for a later adventure. Or even we could do it in the next colony we go to. Quick little missions to try fun designs out. So there is a culture issue here though, because it seems these guys don't establish their own spinning walkers. These guys establish spinning walkers, but not these. So I think this final block over here is unfortunately just going to have a lot of stuff on it. Like we're going to have to give them their own podium. And we're going to have to give them their own theatre as well. So they're just very needy people. So if I try and clear as much of this land as I can. See, I think the game is bugged on modern hardware, because I think that right there, I think that's some, like, trees or something. But I can't get it. Oh, no, never mind, actually. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. It's right down there. So they'll all evolve now. Except they do want a little bit of culture. Okay, now that we can tax people, I am going to start taxing you. A normal amount, alright? Par for the course. Like you would find anywhere in this bustling, busy world of 3000 BC. Where it's just us, Ethiopia. Trozen. By the way, it's not Trozian, it's just Trozen. And the gates to hell down here. Oh, there you go. Look, straight away, tenement. And we can give them a monument. No, we can't, because we haven't given ourselves enough space. Look, lots of things are coming in now, though. So, now, though, Jesus. So we can give them flower gardens. So there is actually a difference between flower gardens and 3 parks. And that difference is whether people can walk over them. And now I know what you're thinking, WP, they only walk on roads. Well, actually, no, there are some situations where they don't walk on roads. And when we get into advanced strats, there is a difference between what kind of thing we build there for aesthetics. Another little bit of trivia for you. What is the difference between one park, which is a 1x1 thing, and a bench, which is a 1x1 thing? Park costs 10, bench costs 10. Surely it's just, they're identical, right? Actually, no. I think benches... This nice bench provides a comfortable place for residents to rest their weary bones. I think the bench actually gives you more appeal. So technically, I think... Unless maybe, like, when a park expands, it becomes more appeal or something. The meta thing to do is benches everywhere, I think. Like, there are some designs with housing blocks where it says, okay, just these have to be benches here or something, you know, when you get really that optimal. Which looks a bit ugly, you know, a big row of benches. So, you know, I'll probably demo that at some point, but I'm not going to linger on it.
Worship me, the great Zeus, and I will make you master of all you see.
Ooh, Zeus wants us to worship him. Okay, so as we saw from the story, this was something we'd want to do. Oh my god, that sound cue. Again, I used to just play Sandbox, and Zeus would always be like... You'd always want Zeus. Zeus is the biggest, most tricky, difficult god. His temple is obscene. Like, ridiculous. So the thought that our humble little colony here, growing city, let's say we're a town for now, that has barely any technology, will eventually be able to make Zeus's thing is crazy, but that's quite cool. So he'll make you a master of all you see. He'll grant you an oracle, and you'll be able to foresee trouble. I don't remember what his perk is, what that oracle thing is. But there he is. There's Zeus. Spawning near our palace.
Who am I, Odysseus? How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso?
I wonder whether this is just generic text, or it's the game is telling me, hey, we don't like the distances you're doing. Like, the game thinks it's not in the spirit of how to play, or I'm literally just doing it wrong. There is a better way of doing it. I don't know. By the way, like, all the text and stuff in this, you can mod really easily. You just open one of the files and just edit and text, and you can change the text. So here's Zeus, friendly god, the ruler of heaven. So yeah, Hades is the ruler of the underworld, Zeus is the ruler of heaven, Poseidon is the ruler of the ocean. Did they consider that as its own realm, I suppose? I mean, did they consider them all to be physical realms? So I did say that about the palace. Let's see. If I do that, do all the tax offices disappear in the meantime? Because I just want to do it like that, because then it's on the front. So thank you, Zeus. So I never cultured up this middle block, did I? I just talked about these happy little people here. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to improve this section as good as it looked. We're going to put the infirmary thrown out of my home over there. And extend the Doric column so nobody has to look at that unsightly mess. Okay. So it is technically there. Healers will come out, they'll do their thing, but they're right on the corner. They're shifted as far away as possible. We don't even have a house next to it. We have a tax office, so we don't have to worry about appeal. In fact, we could be even smarter about this, and we could have the maintenance office also right next to it, so the Argo buildings are all together. And the Agora is there. This is actually really good. Look, look. And then we put the fountain there. So ugliness, but no houses really, except these poor sacks. They're probably not going to like that ultimately. And now we've got this space up here because we shifted it all over so much. And with that space, we can give them some culture. No gyms. You really see the power of gyms now, right? Like, and why I was leaning on them so much before. So we can have a podium. Well, how do we want to do it? I guess a theatre, and then a podium. And there you go. And I'm sure that goal's already done, yeah. 640 people we needed. Well, 2,000 qualify. I think they just wanted us to do one block. How's the fish situation? Fish is excellent. Nothing is broken. So unemployment is probably like way up now. Let's look at industry. Unemployed. 37% of us are unemployed. Well, let's see. So the mission objectives want us to get marble now. And jugs of olive oil. So there is a new form of husbandry. We have olive trees and growers' lodges. So let's just set that up, shall we? Let's do this here. Let's do this here. And growers' lodge. So I like this little thing with 2 and then a gap. I like that. It allows them to move around, ultimately. It looks a bit ugly when they're all walking in single profile. And then I did want to make this a block, since that's sort of the theme here. Well, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. I think that's wrong. Yeah, it is. It's too far out. That's fine. This is so chill, guys. I cannot believe how chill I am recording this. You know, I've done a few different types of LPs in my time. This has got to be one of the, like, I don't even really have much research or anything. We just play. We just have fun. All right, growers lodge. All right, that's enough. But we got a lot of So let's make use of this farm by putting trees there. That's interesting, is it? Because how else am I going to use it? I know that seems kind of bizarre, but I somewhat like that, actually. Isn't that interesting? Instead of just like a forest, like when I used to live in a village, I would like go out on walks, and you'd see like there's something I never thought about as a kid, but really kind of not very fun about finding a forest or some kind of like place where it's all just very specifically grown.
Zeus, and I will make you master of all you see.
I like it to be a bit more organic and have gaps and meadows and things like that. Not that this is really it. There's no great forest environments in this game, I have to say. Ah, can you imagine a modern version of this game where there's just like more terrain types, like there's like beach cities you can build, and maybe they have a lot of different things, or like forest landscapes you go to, icy landscapes. Oh. I really want to look at, I haven't done it yet, but what I want to do is I want to look up what happened to Impressions Games. Because this launched in 2000, 4 years later they went bust. So what happened in those 4 years? This wasn't the last game they made either. I think the last one they made was to do with China. And it looked good, but it looked complicated, and again, it didn't do like the mythology with it. There's a very specific reason that they mixed mythology. Fleece is even more pricey now, excellent. There's a very specific reason they did the mythology the way that they did in this game, and it's in the manual, and I will read that at one point. But I look at all these as well. I mean, I'm going to do it just because I like the idea of later we just glance back at this and we see some of these trees have actually been tended to. I think these guys have a nice job, you know, they're really going to spread out. It's probably not super efficient. You probably want them all cramped up and close together. Oh my god, I didn't give them a maintenance house. Sorry. Can you tend to all that stuff, please? Alright. So we have enough food for 5,000 people, and we're way below that right now, so that's fine. Stored food for 7 months. Probably we're going to have a granary issue, so yeah, it's coming on now. So we're going to do 2 more granaries. Who is that guy? What's going on here? Hello?
Let's see how you react to earning next to nothing and living in squalor. I bet you'd start mugging too.
Oh, we have crime. Taxes, his name is. Mugger. Let's see how you react to earning next to nothing and living in squalor. Okay, so I'll put the wages up. Sorry. I mean, I could hire guards. Oh my god, they're beating up. Okay, I get it. I get it. Civil disobedience works. I get it. I get it. Where's the wage rate? There. Okay, look. I'll put you up to low. Oh my god, look, they're moving out. There's a lot of unrest in the city. Oh, whoa, they're beating the crap out of all my guys. And they're leaving.
Wage? You call that wage? I've had enough of you and your city, you cheapskate.
This is cool though, man. I swear, like, we get all these weird walkers and things when you play with the mechanics like this. I've never, because, you know, anyone good at this game isn't going to be in this scenario. But look at that, Apelles, the emigrant. It's a family that's picked up and left. Alright, I get it. Don't make me put the watch posts down. Actually, have we... We haven't actually learned how to do that yet. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, I'll put it up. I'll put it up higher. Which tab was it? Look, wage rate. I'll pay high wages. Whoa, they're just beating the crap out of our guys. Okay, the unemployed is still at 256. All right. I'm too chill and just enjoy myself watching the state of the city. So we want some colony marble and some colony olive oil. For mythology, Zeus's stronghold is here already. So's Hermes' refuge. And an artisan's guild. So we can actually start doing stuff already. like I say, Zeus is the biggest in the game. I thought we would wait a little bit, you know, like tease our way there before we finally see what the biggest stronghold is like. But I will show you guys. It is unbelievably huge. It's massive. It will take like the whole screen. Again, a novelty that is lost when you play with the widescreen patches. Or, no, I don't want to put it that way. The widescreen patches are excellent when you play with just too high of a resolution. Now, we need marble. Marble is only across the river, as far as I know. I do not have the technology of a water crossing yet, though. I believe that appeared under administration before. Am I insane? I'm quite sure it was under water crossing. I like how simple this game is as well. You know, there's only a few tabs and a few buildings in each one. Like, the UI just all works.
Have made me your enemy, and I shall make the sea your enemy too.
Like, I tried to play recently, Project Zoo, I think it's called. Planet Zoo, come on. Also, it wasn't really recently, it was like 2 years ago now. Which is like a really modern zoo building game, a tycoon game kind of thing. You know, and I was really inspired by it. Someone had done like an Ascalon City Guild Wars map, and it was just so cool. But it's really complicated. Like, the simulation stuff's very impressive, but oh my god, making a good city and stuff. It feels more like I'm an environment artist, you know, working a job. You know, like, I've learned the software this well, I should be getting paid for this kind of thing. Like, it's that complex to me. Maybe I'm wrong, though, and I was just a fool and I need to give it more of a shot, but damn. Like, this sort of thing is overwhelming. You get overwhelming someone and give them too much stuff. Anyway, here we go. Poseidon invades. You have made me your enemy, and I shall make the sea your enemy too. It will be completely inhospitable to you and swallow up anything that depends upon it, whether it be the humble urchin collector, a fishing boat, or a mighty war vessel. I'll also see to it that no one comes to the city by sea to trade with you. So he's going to destroy all of our fisheries now. Well, hopefully not all of them. But that's brutal. So we're going to need to start importing food, I think. Ethiopia won't sell us food. Tenarium won't sell us food. Trozian. I like this a lot. There's very little going on this map. You know, we have limited technology, limited trading partners. How do we get through? I don't know how many of these he's going to break, but this is rough. Oh, okay, he left. Okay, so I guess he just has an attack phase. And then he leaves. Ah, now look, here's the enchantment. This fishery is cursed. So there are curses and enchantments. Try as they might, the fishermen here cannot catch any fish, and they won't until the curse is lifted. Are we all cursed? Do I just need to replace them? Are you cursed when I build you? Yeah, everyone's cursed. Now, lifting the curse... I mean, we're going to starve if that curse doesn't lift. Yeah, that's just messages. Hold on. If I right-click mythology, and then I say gods, and then I say Poseidon, he can curse your fisheries and urchin cays. In Atlantis, there's different mechanics, which I won't spoil. Fisheries and urchin cays provide seafood. Yes. The workers at the fishery. I don't know, did we just wait for the curse to leave? Or we might just wait for the curse to leave. I'm not sure. But that's very scary. Very scary. I mean, I have absolutely no other opportunities. We're not going to sell the olive oil, and we're not even going to use it, I don't think. I'm just going to leave things as they are here. We're just going to get this stuff for the colony. So let's look at marble, okay? I don't know how they're going to get there. Are they going to just sail across on little boats like Jason did and like Hercules did and so on? I'll make it as easy as I can for them. Let's just see. Masonry shop. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to say don't have access to the quarry? Employees needed. Yeah, I know, but look, it's because I wasn't paying people enough. I'm paying you plenty now. So there you go, they're moving back in. How can I be a spear carrier without my spear? Anybody seen a spear? This shop has the workers it needs. It sends out stone cutters to quarry a huge slab of marble, which is then fashioned. Yeah. I'm looking on the mini-map to see if anyone's moving out over there. Oh, here we go. Look, look, quarryman. How are you going to get there, though? Past unemployment keeps people away. There's a lot of unrest.
Worship.
The city has its troubles, but not as many as were in Pandora's
All right, clearly,
box.
clearly there's another quarry somewhere. Ah, there's this quarry here. Okay. So let's get rid of those. So we're going to have a quarrying area. I don't really want it on the farm. I don't want it too near the the palace spot is somewhat temporary. Whatever, let's do it here. Okay. And do you know what? Let's not make loads of them. Let's just do 3. I mean, if they want us to build Zeus's thing, we're in for a long one. Okay, also, we need presses. We need olive presses. So this is a bit of an industrial area for sure. If we've got that many olives, then we're going to want just as many presses. Can't build there, unfortunately. So I'm going to build quite a lot of those. I know we need more workers, but hopefully it's not too bad. Now that maintenance guy, if I go roadblock here, here, and here, he will just do this, and he'll work for all of them. So I get it. It's a bit of a strange setup, but hopefully not too bad. Now the other problem is they're taking olives to Christ knows where. So I'm going to say, look, if you want to take olives anywhere, you're going to put them here, please. Get olives. I never want to see anything else in this. This is just to get olives. So here our whole idea about like bandwidth and stuff is a little bit more interesting. We can have fleets of cartmen coming down to deliver to... Oh, they'll just deliver straight to... Oh, I guess these employees work at the presses. I think this is fine. We can have loads of people at once can deliver to this of olives. Loads of people at once can collect from it of olives. And then when they make olive oil, they're never going to deliver it there. It's not allowed to go in there. It's always actively trying to empty that of olive oil. So instead, loads of people all at once are going to come down here. At no point do the people at this storehouse have to do anything. The one cartman employee there has not got a thing in the world to do. Well, technically, I'm telling him to get olives, so he'll do that little bit, I suppose. And in fact, to make this cleaner... Is that our only storage facility? And wait, well, what about the fleece? Ah, so here, for example, olives. Yeah, don't accept. Oh, look, the game's really amazing. It already says don't accept olives. So just keep selling fleece. We have an abundance of fleece. New residents are arriving. We're invited to every symposium, apparently. We can do a bit more fleece here. And this theatre will come back alive. Look, I'm sorry that the wages were low, everybody. I'm sorry. We have money. And there you go, the curse is gone as well. That's a bit of a weird mechanic that the curse only lasts for a bit. But I think Poseidon's going to keep coming. He's going to keep breaking stuff. He's going to keep cursing our stuff. So having as many fishermen as possible to offset that downside is going to be nice. Now we have another scenario here of like marble. Where do we want to store the marble? We want it in the center of the city, really, right? We want it in a storage area. Because when we get to making a... when we get to making a sanctuary of some kind, we're gonna want we're going to want it somewhere that we can access it. Sorry, my brain's moving very slow suddenly. There you go. All right. So that's all sorted. So to review here, we need olive oil, and we're about to have all of that done. We need the marble, and that's being produced. What are you guys? Is that fleece?
Who am I, Odysseus?
Yeah.
How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso?
And look, excellent. These guys are already cutting away. So how's our employment? 3 workers needed. We're kind of perfect for workers right now. But people are moving in. Oh, a lot of people are moving in. So let's do more 3, mate. We're going to commit the same sins as we did before. The sins of the past coming back again. We're going to have way too much marble. I've just shut the industry down. Instead of deleting the buildings, what we can do in future, when we've got enough marble, we'll just say, okay, close down the marble industry. Sorry. And it'll be a bit of a ghost town. We'll still have a maintenance guy going out there making sure it works. But we'll turn it on when we need it, right? That's probably a really good way of doing things. Look at all these goods and supplies coming through. Hopefully I've not wasted too much space. I mean, now look, we've got all this space here for housing and god temples and things. And the production of soldiers. It's going to be real nice. I love this setup here with this column. There's just something about it that really appeals to me. Did we get another monument? We did. The population monument. So look, they already have appeal issues here, I think. Oh no, they're not.
Worship me, the great Zeus, and I will make you master of all who see.
This is a really good adventure. I'm really liking the gameplay. And immediately it throws us into the 2 big boys, Zeus and Poseidon. I mean, what more could you ask for, right? That's what it's all about. And I'm convinced we'll have a fish pond eventually. Before this playthrough is done, there will be a fish pond there. Oh, we got avenues now. See, that's the other thing, right? When you start a mission, if you just do 1 housing block, what you can do is develop the technology for avenues and boulevards, and then make your next ones even better. How can I be a spear carrier without my spear? I don't know, you tell me, sir. So yeah, they're beginning to quarry away, and that's a big old quarry, as you can see. See, the thing is, if that's infinite, what is the point in another one? What is the point in... Wait. Oh my god, have I lost my mind? Why did I think there was a quarry? Why did I think there was a quarry on this side of the map? At no point during all that conversation did I actually verify what I was thinking about. This is just farm over here. That's ridiculous. Okay, so fine. People would have been watching that thinking, WP, what are you talking about? I don't see a quarry. Or, worst of all, and I don't know whether this will be more depressing for some of you just won't have questioned what I said, you know, because I'm on another screen, you're alt-tabbed or whatever. You're just assuming I know what I'm talking about. And now it all comes to pot. So that's why I couldn't. So what's this? Sea Traders Return. Thank you. Resumed. Thank you. Actually, let's read this fully. Poseidon has grown bored with stirring up the seas near your city. The tumultuous waters have calmed once again, and trade ships can return to your sea. Like, imagine if there was a nice graphic of the water churning up and stuff there. Lovely. So they've got 12 employees, and they're okay. I think we just fast forward now for the marble and the jugs to be done. Population reached 3,000. Well, hold on. We don't want to fast forward too much and then have a major unemployment issue. So 300 people are out of work now. You know, what I would like to do is more presses. So let's do it like that. Olive press. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to disturb the feng shui of these trees or anything, the natural layout. So I'm not going to. Oh, Yeah, and now we clear. Speaking of Feng Shui, I believe the final one they made about China actually has Feng Shui as a mechanic. These seem a bit dodgy, like they might break down. I guess we'll wait and see. Because this maintenance guy, he comes up and he goes left, goes back. Comes up and goes, oh no, we just saw him, he can make it there. Excellent, nice. I like this, a bit of like a cross kind of setup. Actually, it's a little bit of a swastika, isn't it? Almost. But anyway, it looks good. I like it with them spiraling off. Yeah, I guess we speed up again now. Just make sure that the marble's actually getting stored. Good, it is. Okay, we can set aside the olive oil. Already done. We could start distributing it as well, eventually. Let's just watch. What do we want to watch? The quarry or the storehouse?
Worship me, the great Zeus, and I will make you master of all.
Oh, okay. Poseidon is back again. So he's going to blow up some fisheries. So we'll have to have a look at that. So off they go, and down they go. Pretty sure we're done. No, we're not. We're halfway there. Oh, a gift of bronze from Trozen. Greetings. 8 bars of bronze. But my storage isn't very good. Okay. Right, well, let's slow things down then real quick, just before we end this here. I think he's got it out for these guys. He's just always going to break these few. You might say, well, just leave them, WP, then. But I think he'll just move up the coast and hit the other ones. So, and every time we place them, I think we're shifting them slightly. Because there's that one block free. Okay, let's pull a road off here. Let's connect it up there. And then let's pull a road. Where's the Agora here? Oh, it's all the way down there. Alright, well, this isn't too bad. Let's just have that like that. This roadblock up there. And now, so he wanted to give me some bronze. That's interesting. So I wonder whether in this game as well, there's a thing where you can not progress, because he's giving me bronze right now. Like how those guys were giving me statues before. So, is there seriously not a button where I can just say empty all or whatever? What's this do? Oh, there you go. Don't accept all. Don't accept all. Oh, so good. I'm glad that I figured that out early in the series. Imagine if we got through all those episodes and never clicked that button. Oh, so good. Okay, so now, yeah, I can just click the X and then accept whatever I want. Oh, look. I was saying it was a primitive game that didn't have controls, but it does have the controls. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, he's giving me bronze, right? So, what if I just stayed on this step so he keeps giving me bronze, and then I have a huge stockpile for the later missions? Pretty cheesy, right? But doable, maybe. So 36 in stock. Look how smooth this is right now. I'm producing this at 60 FPS.
The great Zeus, and I will make you master of all you see.
Master of all you see. I'm doing it at 60 FPS. The thing is, none of the animations or anything are 60 FPS. However, when you speed up game time, it looks smooth. And also, the mouse movement. I'm genuinely producing this at 60 so that the mouse looks smooth in the videos. That's it. 44. 40. There we go. That's it. Set aside. So that's the mission done. We are slightly over time. We're about 20 minutes later than I'd like. However, we did build a whole new city in this part, so I think we've come a long way. Set aside. So we are off for a colony, I think probably to get bronze.
In spite of Poseidon's animosity, Argos continues to grow. But to become a truly powerful kingdom, Argos must expand its borders.
I think we are going to want bronze for statues and stuff like that on this one, since it wasn't covered by the previous adventure. So, oh yeah, we get this as well. Okay, we get to choose now. So our colony, we get to pick. We can go to Caledon, which you may remember, or Miletos here. No one knows much about the land of Miletos, located across the sea, far to the east, but many great nations thrive in this land, so it must have much to offer. Hopefully, all the nations surrounding this site will be friendly, ... Choose this location, Or we can do Caledon, a rich and fertile region noted for its fine vineyards, but nothing is ever as good as it seems. So, wine we kind of did a bit of before, however, this is Caledon. These guys were awesome. These were the really friendly people that helped us massively. 2,000 years in the future. By the way, can you guys get over that? Like, that's crazy. We're talking about a period of like 1,000 years, or maybe even 2,000. Weren't we in 1,000 BC before, and now we're in 3? Like, Greece has a long history, man. That's crazy. Anyway, they were helping us amazingly off in the future, so I think it's time for us to pick this site. We are going to see the birth of Caledon. And then there's Miletos, the other choice. Well, we'll see what we think about that as time goes forwards.
Life has been tough on Artemis lately. First, her beloved Carnean hind, a majestic stag, was wounded by Hercules, who was trying to capture the animal. Then, the people in and around the region of Caledon refused to worship her properly. The depressed Artemis turned to her menagerie of animals for solace, and when she saw her mighty boar snorting and snarling in his pen, her eyes lit up, and a small smile played across her face.
Oh, a boar's going to be on this one. Yeah, boars are a mechanic. Looks like we've got some stuff to do with Artemis here. Slay a monster, sanctuary to Hermes, yearly profit, and sculpture for the parents to eat. Nothing there mentions wine. That's interesting. So, I will see you guys for that. Ooh, not quit. I will see you guys for that on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. What's this weird icon here? I guess we'll figure all that out later. And we can see some slightly better housing blocks as well, I think. So thank you guys. Take care now. And we'll see the birth of Caledon tomorrow. Okay, for the characters today, I'm going to do multiple. We're going to do a bunch of vendor guys, and of them, the fleece is amazing. So we'll have the food lady, we'll have the little delivery dude, the wine guy. They're all very funny, and I'll do the fleece one last because there's something extra to talk about with it.
I don't know what my assistants are complaining about. These parcels are feather light. Oh, no!
So the vendor was like, hurry up with those goods. And I was like, whatever. The vendor's such a dork. Whoa, this city is like going to get totally shredded, dude.
If the city would just stop spinning for a minute, I'm sure I could make it back to the Agora with this wine. Look who's here to share a cup. Oh, wait.
Okay, that's very good. Now, the fleece guy, it has some like ancient Greece like puns in there. Listen to this.
Careful! This fleece is for the Agora. If Euripides, Eumenides, ha ha.
So I don't know if that's like a common, well-told joke you guys are already familiar with, but Euripides is like an ancient Greek philosopher or notable figure, and so is Eumenides. And obviously they've done a bit of wordplay there, which is very good for you intellectual cerebral types. And then his final bit of dialogue is when he's under threat from a monster and he pretends to be a sheep.
Bah, bah, nothing would hurt a little sheep, right? Bah, bah.
Isn't that fantastic? I'll see you next time.
Bah, bah.